Hi, everyone. It's Lydia with the Avanti Wellness Podcast and YouTube channel. And today I'm sitting here with Rene Williams. Hi, Rene.
Hello there.
Hi. Thanks for being with me here today.
Happy to be here.
Great. So I invited Rene on the show. She has a channel called Carnivore Comfort Cuisine. You can find her on YouTube. She has a very large group on Facebook with over 17,000 people. And she did all of that in just short of a year. So congratulations to you, Rene, for that.
Thank you so much. I sure appreciate it.
Yeah. So Rene found me through my channel. Do you want to share with the audience real quick about that story?
Well, I was up one night late at midnight and just checking in on YouTube before I went to sleep. And as I was scrolling through, I found you there doing a recording. You were actually
What was
jumping.
I doing on the recording?
You were jumping up and down and up and down. But what amazed me is how you could just keep talking while you were jumping. You had such wonderful things to say that I just wanted to learn more about what you were doing. And when I did, I was just amazed at the journey that you were taking and the consistency with what you were doing, and the logic that you were sharing of how this challenge that you were doing was making a difference in your life. And I said, I want some of that.
I remember you telling me that there were like words that I was using, and you were like, "Oh man, that's like a like-minded person. I talk like that," and
Right.
we were expressing that we had similar attitudes about joy and life
Positive
um,
thinking
and
and
wellness and positive thinking. That's right, and all of that, as you and I both know, Rene, is part of the wellness and healing journey, right?
absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's half the
So.
battle.
So what I want to share with you guys is that people like Rene are being attracted to what I'm creating on YouTube because it's of like-mindedness. The concept of like attracting like, that is a universal law. So if you're vibrating at this frequency and then you come across someone who's vibrating at the same frequency, it's going to be a match. And so that's why Rene and I found each other, and we've since, and this is, y'all, this is only like a 3-week old friendship, right? Rene, how long ago was it?
I think it has been about 3 weeks, and we chuckle as we say we manifested each other because we're on the
Yes,
same journey to sparkling health and happiness.
yes. And actually, Rene is a long time radio show host. So I was like, you need your own podcast, Rene.
Well, you never know what's coming in 24. There might
Exactly. And what we'll do though in the beginning is I'll just have you as a guest and we can talk about exciting things that we're doing. But today we're talking about how I came up with this concept of a movement for 2024. And
right.
so Rena's going to join me. That's why she's on this conversation, because I put it out there to invite people on the 1st of January at a specific time. We're all going to come together. There's a few of us that are actually signed up, and there's all the seats for that live feed is filled with Lydia Rene from Florida, Lydia from Texas, Rene from Florida, Dory in Colorado, Jamie from the East Coast, Sonia from Georgia, Ginger from Georgia, and I don't know where Ellen and maybe Duty might be joining us. I'm not sure. I'm going to check in with that. But we're so excited. We're going to start for Rene. It's going to be for East Coast. It's going to be 11 a.m. For the Central Time Zone, it's going to be 10 a.m. For the Mountain Time Zone, it's going to be 9 a.m. And for you guys, for the Pacific Time Zone, it's going to be 8 a.m. on New Year's Day.
Despite the time zones, we're all here together as one.
Yes, I know. I love the internet. I love the StreamYard platform for that purpose. It's really
Yeah.
great. So we're going to be able to come together, and what it's going to look like, it's going to look like the Hollywood Squares. Instead of you seeing two little boxes right now, when more and more people join the feed, I can have up to 10 squares, I believe. I got to double check this. It told me that. I just want to make sure I can pull them all on the feed together. I hope. So maybe I need to do like a test run. But anyway,
But
in the
it's so
meantime,
fun.
yes, in the meantime, what we want, the reason we're making this video right now is there's still time left to learn about the opportunity. So go to my channel, the Avanti Wellness podcast and YouTube channel, click on the subscribe button so you'll be notified when we come in and do the live, and you can choose to do any kind of movement with us. You don't have to be rebounded. We're all going to be rebounding because that is the best return on your investment for your time. So for those of you who don't know what rebounding is, it's a little trampoline and you're basically going against gravity when you bounce. Go look at all my previous videos. I have 62 plus videos in the live feed for you to go watch the transformation, because I only did a little light bounce for 62 days. I never ever did like kicking up my legs. I only lifted my legs as a march, but I always had one foot on the rebounder and I held on because I didn't have strength in my balance, and I've really developed that since then. So Rene, you just said that I inspired you to dust off your rebounder. So you told me you got to dust it off. You have it ready?
In the garage. Rebounding is not a new thing, as evidenced by the book you told me that you found, which is quite an old book, but the philosophy and the science behind it is not old. And that's what I love about it. And, like you said, you don't have to be kicking and flailing. All you have to do is move and let that rebounder get those cells cleaned out and flushed out. The
Yes.
gravity movement is what does it. And I've always been impressed with that and come to understand, the logic. It does make sense. All about detoxing and cleaning the cells out, getting our lymphatics cleaned up.
Yes.
That's, I think, the real key to cellular health. And rebounding is very easy to achieve that.
Right. If you do have low mobility like I did, and it's difficult to go walk for 40 minutes, that doesn't feel good to me. In fact, they talk about how it's a hard impact every time you walk on a hard surface. So if you have knee issues or back issues, rebounding, believe it or not, is actually more gentle than walking on a flat surface. And here's the reason why. When
Right.
you put your feet on the rebounder, the springs that have a softer bounce with the mat absorb the impact that your knees and your cartilage would normally when you walk on a hard surface. Your
Right.
knees and your sponges in your body have to catch that absorption of impact, but not with the rebounder. That's why having a soft bounce rebounder like I have, and I'll have a link below to my NEDAC soft rebounder. I bought it 20 years ago. It's Yeah, can you believe that? In 2003, I did buy the quality one. I paid 300, I think, and $30 for it. Now that rebounder sells on Amazon for 518, and that is with the bar. And I highly recommend getting the bar, because when I was 30 years old, I was high flying. I didn't need a bar.
Right.
Now that I'm 55, I need a bar. So I use my treadmill arm to hold myself stable. And maybe one day I'll end up buying the extension of the bar for my rebounder.
Yeah. And, Lydia, here's what's exciting to me about it in the research that I've done. It does not matter your level of health or your level of mobility. I read some research where they were using these programs in nursing homes where they just sat the people down on the rebounder and they pushed it for the
Yeah,
people
like their shoulders.
up and down. It was their butt on the bottom, but that gravity was working for them and they were getting results from that. So there's no excuse.
Right. So
Easy, quick.
we don't want to give advice. We definitely are doing this for entertainment purposes, and so we do want to recommend that you talk to your physician or your
Absolutely,
practitioners
absolutely.
um or your physical therapist or whoever you work with. Hopefully they understand and know about the rebounder, because if they say no, I don't know
Absolutely.
anything about it, I think it's important for you to make sure that you ask the people who understand about rebounding,
And I,
because
I totally agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I was
And
just excited to see it being utilized within that healthcare system already. So I think they're starting to learn more and more about it, and
absolutely. No, I agree with you.
right.
That was a good point to make because they talk about that in the book, the new miracles of rebounding, how they used it in a nursing home and people would sit on the surface of the rebounder and
Right.
somebody would kind of get above their shoulders and just push it. And let me explain why. When you're going against gravity, the squeeze of the gravity pressure from going down and then the up, when you get to the high point of the up, that's the release, that's the opening.
Yeah.
When you go down, it's the squeeze, and when your body squeezes, it pushes open the lymphatic valves, and the squeeze pushes the gates open, and then you get up and they close, and then you go down again and it opens, and every time it opens, water fluid from the interstitial tissues, which is called lymph, gets inside the lymphatic system and empties out. And I call it the waste removal, or the trash gets removed. And it's just,
And
if
it
you're
is.
not moving your lymph, you're carrying it around with you until you remove it. And that's why my body is carrying a lot of fluid, because I haven't been moving for a long time. I haven't been moving. And finally, 62 days ago, I told myself, if I'm going to get strong now, I better do it at 55. I'm not better.
Right.
Can't wait till I'm 70, because then I won't have my balance.
Right. And from what I've come to understand, there's two fluids in our system. We've got the blood, which nourishes our cells, and then we've got the lymphs, which, like you said, are the garbage collectors. And if you've got dirty cells, it doesn't matter how much you try and pump into those cells. If they're not cleaned out, the assimilation of any nutrients you try and put in, it's going to be clogged up, for lack of a better word. So we've got to have clean cells to have the blood come in and nourish, from what I'm learning.
Right. And we're just learning ourselves, and we're sharing what we are, how we're able to translate what we're learning.
Right.
So there's actually a book I'm going to start for 2024 on my channel and talk about it. It's called Cellular Wellness. And I think Rene said she was going to join me in that reading.
I'm getting ready to order it
We could
myself.
have a book study and we could talk about what we've learned.
The book club.
Yes. Sounds good. So guys, join us for the movement of 2024. It's literally, if you're seeing this video on the day I'm posting it, it's only one more day and then we're doing the movement. So tomorrow is the 31st of December, and then the next day is Monday, and that's going to be the 1st of January 2024. And I don't know about you, Rene, I am so ready for 2024, like an even number year. How about you?
I'm totally ready, and I really encourage everyone out there to come on and join us. Got a girlfriend thing going on, and we'll be
men are
all
welcome.
you have to do is bounce.
Men are welcome too. So men and women, all are welcome.
That's right.
But now it's a bunch of girls.
But all are welcome, and it's just going to be so much fun. And you got to keep it fun to keep it going, right?
That's right. Got to keep it fun to keep it going. So y'all head on over, check it out, see if it resonates for you. You can do anything. You could be in your chair and you could just do this and exercise your arms and push your arms out. You can march your legs under a table. You can do what is the soulless push-up, where this is your toes right here and your heels are here, and you just lift your heel and you keep your toes on the ground. That's a soulless push-up that uses blood sugar. I have an article about it in my community tab on my channel. Go check it out. It's fascinating information.
Yes, it really is.
I hope.
93-year-old mother has already started doing it since you.
Oh, really? Did she read the article?
No, she heard you.
Oh, she watched the video or something.
So she sits in her chair watching her TV all day, but she does the. You
got your mom watching me too.
Oh, absolutely.
Hi, Mom.
You.
Wait, let's give a shout out. What's your mom's name?
We call her Queen Mom.
Oh, hello. Shout out to Queen Mom in Florida.
Oh, she'll be thrilled.
Yes, you can show it to her. Okay, guys. Rene, anything else you want to say before we say goodbye?
Just we're all looking for more in 2024. More happiness, more health, more vitality,
more
more
prosperity,
movement.
more prosperity. Y'all, Reen is growing her YouTube channel. So go over to Carnivore Comfort Cuisine and see what she's got in store and what she'll be loading over on in 2024. I have to tell y'all, I'm so impressed with her on her channel. She loaded like almost a recipe a day, didn't you?
Yep.
That is a lot of work. That's like me getting on a rebounder for 365 days out of the year. That's tough. That is a tough, tall order, and you did
Well,
it. So
consistency
congratulations.
is the key, no matter what you're doing, and especially with movement.
Yes. And so I'm gonna send y'all these. I'm gonna say two things in closing. One is my words for 2024 are consistency, patience with myself, and determination. That
Love
is what I'm focusing on for 2024. And then I want to end my this video with my new quote that I started saying, and I stole part of it from somebody else. You'll recognize it. So basically, it's be the joy you want to see in the world.
love it.
All right.
So true.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Lydia.
See you on 1-1, Lorraine, for the bouncing.
Boom, boom.
Bye, y'all.